Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
Okay, folks, I had to get out and get some cleaning supplies today after I ate lunch. Still filming this on Saturday, so it's not that I wear the same shirt all week long. It's just I do a lot of filming ahead. And what's he gonna do? Somebody needs to do something here. I don't know where anybody's at here. Actually, I'm going to pull in right here because I need to stop and get. Where'd they put it at? Is it? Yeah, there's my drink. There's my candy bar. As the saying goes, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. So, I like the Mounds bars. I don't like them Almond Joys because I'm not fond of almonds. So anyways, I digress. I am now going over to the feed store to pick up some fly spray because we have an excessive amount of flies in the area. When you got flooding, you get flies. That's just one of the things that happens. And so I'm gonna go up here, turn and go out to Main Street, go that way. I need to do all this before the storms get here. But part of the reason, you know, we have Pam and Mariah that come in and clean our house, or do some of the heavier housekeeping that needs to be done on Sundays. And so we were out of certain things, and they told me a couple of things. They told me to get about 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to do it. So I'm doing it now, so that I don't get in trouble. Sorry, but the chocolate melted. We have some of the narrowest streets I ever seen. I grew up in Denver, and over in Westminster, over by where Art from Arco's Drone Solution and Art's place, over in that area where he lives. In the neighborhood I was in, people parked on the streets. Sometimes, if they had an extra car, and almost everybody had at least a single car garage, and they parked their other car in the driveway. You know, unless it depended, you know, like if it was winter time, my dad would park his work car in the garage so he didn't have to scrape the windows, and then he would pull it out and pull my mom's car in, so in case she had to go anywhere, she would have a car that was actually no, when we had a Buick station wagon, 56 Buick station wagon, and that stayed in the garage all the time. But it was the main. But anyways, getting back to the narrow streets, we had these streets that they had sidewalks. Streets here have no sidewalks. Half of them, well, 90% of them don't have sidewalks. You know, you had good entrances going into your driveway, and I mean it was. And you could park on the streets, and there was still room enough for cars to get up and down. They didn't make them so dad burn narrow now that you you know, one car has to stop to let another car around. I never saw that as a kid. And I mean, we're talking, we were driving in big old land yacht type cars. This is back in the 50s and 60s, and you know how big them old cars are. You go look at a 56 Buick station wagon, tell me that thing ain't big. Thing's like a tank. And yet there was room enough for us to park on the streets and still get up and down the streets. I mean, us kids played in the streets when you just yell car and get off and run onto the sidewalk with it. They don't build streets like that anymore. And you know, and all the time that I lived on that street, I don't once remember them repairing it. Okay? And I lived there for 14 and a half years. I lived on that street in Denver, and not once did they come down and repair the street. Now, that's not to say it, and here's the thing, you think, oh my God, 15 years and they haven't done anything to that street? No, that street was as good, it was the same as, it was just as good at 5 as it was when I was 14, you know. They built the streets better. They had a good bed to them, they had good toppings on them. No, they did not have to redo that street because, and I've seen aerial photographs of it, and it looks the same. That neighborhood's still as solid as a rock. Just saying, folks, just saying. You know, makes you wonder why it is. And this was in Colorado where we had snow and ice and melting, and you know, but you know, they built them. They basically built them like runways. You know, they were built of a type of concrete with a, you know, with expansion joints in them, so that when the cold and the snow and ice and everything and the freezing grounds, it expanded, you know, and it didn't crack the cement or it didn't crack whatever base it was that they used. And I don't for the life of me remember them ever paving those streets the time I was there. You know, that was almost 15 years of my life. And of course, they were brand new streets when I moved in there. So, when we moved in there, because it's a brand new subdivision. But anyways, I digress. I'll talk at you later. And don't forget to subscribe or check out what's up here. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, check out what's over here and what's over here. You be nice to everybody, okay? I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.